Triple G is no longer tied to DAZN, or at least contractually, after the Canelo Alvarez fight coming up this week. What does that mean? That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. Interesting news. So the skinny of it is Gennady Golovkin.
Hey, no, guys. Hey, Max is punch, guys. It's Max.
He is no longer tied to DAZN contractually, factually and contractually after the Canelo Alvarez fight. So I believe he signed a 6-fight deal, and this will mark the 6th and final fight owed to DAZN. So win, lose, or draw, Golovkin has some options. You know, if he loses, I don't know what his, mindset will be. Some people are saying he should retire. There's interviews where he says retirement may be coming soon, but he's not planning on retiring after Saturday. So ultimately, we have to see how the fight plays out, because if the fight plays out like some people think, where Canelo could stop Triple G, if he does stop him, then, maybe he'll rescind that previous statement and consider being stopped. I mean, any person that is known for a granite chin like Triple G, known for never being hurt or knocked out, if they all of a sudden get stopped, then it might be time. Because I have a simple rule, and it's basically like this. If you are known for something, and then all of a sudden what you're known for, you're no longer able to exhibit in a fight, then it's probably time to call it quits. Like if you're known for your power, and then guys are walking through your power, so maybe something's changed where you're not turning over your punches the same, or you don't have the same confidence in throwing them or whatever. If you're known for having a chin and all of a sudden you keep getting hurt and dropped, then that's not a good sign. If you're known for speed and all of a sudden you look super slow, and you can't get your shots off quick and shoot from the hip, these are all telltale signs that Father Time has probably got your number. So we'll see. We'll have to see how the outcome, what it is in the Canelo Alvarez fight. I do know this. Even though Canelo is the favorite and a lot of people are underestimating Golovkin, if Golovkin's able to pull it off and beat, or arguably beat, like the first 2 fights, Canelo, that's going to be disastrous. If Canelo doesn't pretty much demolish Golovkin, that's going to be a tough road for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo could very well bankrupt Golovkin, and I mean that sincerely. But back to Triple G. So basically, Triple G's final fight on his DAZN contract is this upcoming fight. That's bad news for DAZN. DAZN, as a staff, as a company, and as a mother crew, has continued to make some of the most bizarre business decisions in boxing history. Not just recent, in boxing history. As far as the history that I know of boxing, they have made some of the most egregious and questionable decisions. They said Canelo couldn't fight Avni Yildirim, and they were demanding better, more marquee, prestigious fights from Canelo. They're like, no, we're paying you all this money. We got to get premier opponents for you. And then Canelo sued Golden Boy, sued DAZN initially. Oscar De La Hoya got out of his contract, and they let him fight the same guy that they previously denied, Avni Yildirim, as his second fight. He fought against Caleb Smith, and then his next fight, working back with DAZN, they let him fight and, overpaid him for a horrible Avni Yildirim fight that people weren't checking for. So the bad news for this Golovkin situation is, what if Golovkin were to win? Just think about this. If Golovkin were to win, now mind you, Golovkin, he had a media scrum, and Golovkin said, someone asked about Eddie Hearn, and he said, stop asking about Eddie Hearn. And the title of the video says, stop asking about Eddie Hearn. Golovkin hints that he could leave Matchroom, Rematch Room, and DAZN. You know what I mean? So just imagine that. Imagine if Golovkin ends the trilogy. We're just talking about the realities of what could happen. Imagine if Golovkin ends the trilogy emphatically by you having an actual win over Canelo, not a draw, not a perceived win, not a loss, but if he actually beats him and now he's a free agent with options wide open. That's bad. The other reason why it's bad is because there's great fights across the street for Golovkin if that were to be the case. You know, Triple G versus Jermall Charlo, that's a money fight. That's a big fight. You know, some people are complaining that Jermall Charlo, they want to see him with a big name. He hasn't been able to get big names for a variety of reasons. Like, it looked like he could have fought Chris Eubank Jr. and then Eubank all of a sudden pulls, you know, stops working with PBC and then works with Sauerland and starts fighting irrelevant people in the UK. So that's not Charlo's fault. But anyway, fast forward to the future. If Triple G becomes a free agent, I would love to see Triple G versus Charlo, depending on the outcome of this fight this Saturday. David Benavidez is another person. Jose Benavidez did recent interviews for Fight Week, and he says he believes Triple G has the nuts and would be willing to fight David Benavidez. So, you know, they better hope Canelo wins the fight DAZN, because Canelo seems to want to work with DAZN because he had a Showtime offer and he decided against it. So since he freed himself from Golden Boy, he's had more fights on DAZN than anywhere else. He hasn't worked with Top Rank and Bob Arum, and he worked with Showtime once and then left and went back to DAZN to cherry pick, right? So if Golovkin were to beat Canelo and become a free agent where he can leave, I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible. And that would very well hurt DAZN as a company, because they've invested a lot of money into Triple G and a lot of money into Canelo. Canelo's stock would be completely broken and ruined. And then Triple G would be a free agent and he can field offers from Top Rank, presumably, or PBC. And he was already like looking at PBC previously. And then he ended up thinking that DAZN was the move because he thought he was going to get the Canelo fight a lot sooner. But Canelo played games and waited and tried to age Triple G out. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I'm just putting this in the atmosphere. It's going to be bad if Canelo doesn't convincingly beat Triple G. Anyhow, if he can't convincingly beat him for a third fight, then that's going to be a bad look. And Triple G, you know, he's going to have options. I feel like basically as long as Triple G doesn't get punished to dropped a bunch of times or knocked out, if he has a good showing, him as a free agent is dangerous for DAZN because there's no guarantee that he goes back to DAZN. Let me know how I did in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. For more boxing news 24/7, all access, your access is now granted. Subscribe to the channel. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.